In mobile technology, it's the same story every single time. The media goes crazy over every hot new device, but after that review period wears off, so does the buzz behind that new toy you might still want to buy, but that now faces new competition. The thing is, in the real world, things don't really happen that way. For most of us, aging is just as important as the moment you unbox your product for the first time. It's how that device performs after extensive use that really matters down the line. So let's do something about it. Let's have a second look at the best-selling smartwatch in the world and see if it's still worth being one of the most expensive ones. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocket Now, and this is the Apple Watch Series 2 After the Buzz. One of the coolest parts of reviewing gadgets is that you get to play with most, if not all of them, and after the review period is done, you get to pick which one you want to keep as your daily driver. I think there's no secret that I like using smartwatches, some for their elegance and others because of how well they assist me in fitness, but the watch that I always end up drifting back to is the Apple Watch Series 2. And another thing that's not a secret is how much I hated its predecessor. Like every first-generation Apple product, I didn't think that I was getting my money's worth because of how badly the first Apple Watch aged, and even today as my son uses it, it continues to prove that it was definitely a terrible investment. The Apple Watch Series 2 is a different animal. Choosing to replace the composite back for ceramic was smart. There are no more scratches to affect the accuracy of the sensors. The aluminum trim still looks brand new for the most part, though I have noticed something funky happening with Apple's anodization of devices sporting 7000 series aluminum after about a year of use. Notice how last year's Apple Watch and the iPhone 6s are peeling, and I'm worried that it's starting to notice on Series 2 ever so slightly. And then the screen, even if thicker than its predecessor, looks okay from a distance, but you won't save it from scratches here and there. Now, the reason for all this wear and tear is actually one of the reasons why I like this watch the most. It's mainly because of its versatility. If you want an elegant watch during the day, just swap a band for it. Want to use it at the gym? You can swap another band. And this allows you to keep all your regular activity matched with all your fitness activity in just one device, instead of having to use different watches throughout the day. Oh, and take my word for it, don't waste your money on Apple-made bands. I mean, the white sport band that came with the watch looks terrible after a few months in the gym, and the woven nylon band is really good at catching stains and holding on to them. I was able to find the Lynx bracelet on Amazon, and instead of paying the $500 that Apple charges for it, it only cost me like $70, and it looks pretty much the same. And the company that makes this band is also really good about making a Nike band that looks pretty much just like the original. Now, the software story is really where using the watch becomes mixed. I've been using watchOS 4 since June, and things like the Siri Watch Face have proven to be quite useful for the most part. I'm not really digging the new design of the dock as it makes it more difficult to remove applications once you don't care about them, but the concept remains the same. Now, one thing that I do like about this watch is how it doesn't require third-party applications to be able to be useful to you in fitness. And I also like how it integrates with Nike Plus, even if I didn't really buy the Nike version of the watch. And I also find it pleasing to be able to close the activity rings every day. I find this whole concept to be genius. About the only thing that I'd like is for there to be some sort of a built-in sleep tracker, and other basics like being able to track my nutrition or other things that Samsung's Gear watches allow you to do out of the box. And the reason for that is because probably my biggest complaint with using this watch over the last couple of months is the whole app paradigm. Honestly, the last thing you'll ever want to use with this watch are the applications. Like seriously, some applications are so clunky to load that it'll take you less time to pull your phone out of your pocket and just launch them. And even native applications like Maps are so unreliable that you sometimes have to launch them twice or even a third time to get them to track you somewhere. Now, I won't complain about things like the GPS. The Apple Watch Series 2 continues to be one of the most accurate watches that I've used for a run. And even if it's just for the treadmill, the watch's pedometer is on par with pretty much every phone that I've used for the same purpose. And believe it or not, another thing that I actually find to be very good is the battery life. Even after 2 hours of fitness activities, I find no problem in ending the day on a single charge. And as for the speakers and phone calls, well, you could try to pull a Dick Tracy with this thing, but the speaker is not loud enough for you to use it in public, for example. To conclude, I think that I speak for many in the fact that this continues to be a great watch. I mean, my biggest complaint is really that it tries to do too much, but you can always just remove the applications that you don't want and spare yourself from the clunky experience. I continue to believe that no one really needs a smartwatch, but this one is actually a really good one that complements the basics, even though the price tag is kinda steep. The Apple Watch Series 2 is a damn fine fitness watch. And once you dress it up accordingly, you can also use this watch on a day-to-day and you actually look very elegant with it. This is one watch for every single use, and I think that that's actually how every smartwatch should be. Folks, just like this, we've got more episodes of After the Buzz, so make sure you follow us on social media and hit that subscribe button as well for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.